A hell of a lot of coincidences.
It's purely circumstantial.
So's a fingerprint. Did I mention that Morgan found the body in 1991? Hidden way back in a vacant lot? Now, don't you teach that when a body is hard to find, the person finding it is always a suspect?
There are key pieces of the profile that don't fit, Detective. The age, 25 to 35, Morgan was 15 or so at the time.
Also says that age is the hardest to predict, and I should never exclude someone simply because of a discrepancy with the age.
What about the speculation that since he didn't manage to leave any evidence at the scene of the crime, then he most likely has a criminal record or previous law enforcement knowledge? Derek wasn't even in the bureau yet when the first body was found.
He may not have had a knowledge of law enforcement, but Derek Morgan definitely had a criminal record.
We're dealing with a desperate detective here. 3 dead boys, no evidence at all. So he applies the profile directly to someone he already suspected. It's easy to get tunnel vision that way.
One begins to twist facts to suit theories instead of theories to suit facts. It's one of Sherlock Holmes' favorite quotes.
We need to figure out who really killed these boys before they decide to charge Morgan.
What do you want us to do?
Last victim was someone Morgan was seen with. Conveniently, Morgan was already a suspect in the other 2.
Someone set him up?
We should consider Morgan a victim. Prentice, you and Reed talk to his family, learn about him, especially around the time of the first murder.
Do we have the address?
I can take you.
Oh, that's okay.
No, actually, that's not a bad idea.
Right. Okie doke. Lead the way, Detective.
According to Morgan, he's got a bad history with Gordinsky.
He's got a bad history generally.
Resisting arrest, vandalism, aggravated battery. This is Morgan.
As a juvenile, look at the dates.
This isn't in his personnel file. He said he told me everything relevant.
Then he either lied or he doesn't consider this relevant.
Since when is the criminal history of a suspect not relevant?
You just called him a suspect. Put Garcia into Morgan's life.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Arch, almost forgot. There's a local banger out here. His name is Rodney Harris. He's been running these streets for a while now.
You have a criminal record.
What? Where did you get this?
What difference does that make?
Arch, this was supposed to be expunged. My record's clean.
I asked you if there was anything you hadn't told me.
The judge expunged this. It doesn't exist anymore, man. I was a kid. It's nothing.
Aggravated battery?
Okay. I was with some guys. We got in a fight with some other guys. Rodney, this cat I'm trying to tell you about, it was him. We got into it a little bit. We knocked each other around. He got a couple stitches in his head, so they made it aggravated. That's it.
So you're saying this Rodney committed 3 murders because you beat him up?
No, I'm saying he's been following me around since I got here, so go talk to him and you might get something. This was expunged.
Still should have told me. You know how important accurate information is to victimology.
Whoa! Whoa! Victimology?
It's very likely the latest victim was an attempt to set you up.
Are you profiling me?
Morgan, we need to look
No,
at it.
we don't need to do anything.
Derek, you're in trouble here.
Hutch, I didn't do this. I am not worried about Gordinsky out there.
Still have 3 dead children.
Okay, so you profile them. That's the case.
Is there something else you don't want us to find out about?
Hutch, I don't need the people I work with going into my entire world.
Is Derek all right?
He wouldn't let us go down there.
He's fine. Our boss is with him.
Did he tell you Gordinsky's been harassing him since he was a kid?
Why's that?
Well, you'd have to ask that bastard.
Oh, Sarah. It's true, Mom.
Sure it is.
What are you even doing in my mother's house?
They asked me.
Not really.
I don't understand how they could think he did this.
Someone may be trying to make it look like he hurt those kids.
And the police believe it?
Just following the evidence.
But he's an FBI agent.
Actually, law enforcement officials are just as probable statistically to commit a crime as anyone else. Look at the cross-section of a society. There's a general population and a small fraction of this percentage.
He's not actually saying we believe Derek is involved in this.
Oh, no, yeah, not at all. I'm merely speaking theoretically.
You're Dr. Reed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Derek talks about you.
He does?
Anyway, so someone Maybe trying to make it look like this was Derek.
But Derek loves kids. Every time he's here, he goes to the youth center.
Youth center?
The Upward Youth Center.
Does that have some sort of significance for him?
What are you saying? There's something in it for him? Other than giving back to the poor kids of your neighborhood?
Sarah.
Sarah, we're friends of your brother's. We're here trying to help. When we ask a question, it isn't to denigrate or demean anything he's done. We just have to know everything so we can figure out where to look next. Is there some special significance to the youth center?
The youth center saved his life.
Does this make any sense to you?
No.
He's clearly hiding something else.
Well, we know he isn't involved in any murders.
No. There are larger implications. We can't have people on this team who have secrets.
Oh, come on, Hutch. We all have secrets. Would you want us profiling you?
I feel terrible looking into his life like this.
I know, just remember we're trying to help him.
Graduated with honors from Northwestern Law. Did you know he was a star football player?
Surprisingly, I don't know much about him at all.
Quarterback, that's the guy who throws the ball, right?
Yes.
Huh, that's what he was. Full ride athletic scholarship. Sophomore year, he severely injured his left knee and he never played again.
Okay, Garcia. Look further back, okay? Before college.
Right. Okay, Wait, he was mentioned in the Chicago Register as... He found the body of a child in a vacant lot in 1991.
It's our first victim.
He never told me about this.
He never told any of us.
My husband, their father, was killed when he tried to stop a robbery. Derek was with him. He was 10. A year or so later, he started getting into trouble.
What kind of trouble?
He started running around with older kids. They would give him money to run errands for him, not drugs. No, Derek would never disgrace his father's memory.
But they were gangbangers. So people started looking at Derek like he was one of them.
One night, he and a friend were attacked by some boys from another gang. Big fight. And one of the other boys' head split open.
And that was the first time Gordinsky arrested him. Now, he wasn't a detective yet, just a street cop. But from that night on, no matter what happened in the neighborhood, he'd pick Derek up for it.
Probably because he was involved.
The hell he was.
Stan's never arrested anyone who didn't need arresting.
He did, with Derek.
Until Carl Buford stepped in.
Carl Buford?
He runs a youth center.
He took Derek under his wing, mentored him, became like a surrogate father. He taught him football, and that changed Derek's life. He got a scholarship to college with it. He got his degree.
Where is Carl Buford now?
He still runs the youth center.
I'd like to talk to him. Detective, do you think you could take me over there?
Just you?
Yeah. I thought maybe you could stay here and keep going through this stuff.
Good idea, yeah. Keep going through the stuff.
Is there a criminal history?
Criminal?
Garcia, is there a criminal history?
JJ, there's not going to be a There's a sealed file.
Unseal it?
But it's a sealed file.
Garcia, helping him.
Right. Helping him. It's a juvenile criminal record. It was expunged and sealed by Judge Esposito after presentation of a letter and testimonial from a local youth center director. Finest young man I've ever known. Criminal record could jeopardize potential scholarship offers, stake my personal and professional reputation. He was definitely a fan of our boy.
Do you have a name?
Hang on a sec.
I'm Carl Buford. I brought Damian Walter's mother to see Detective Gordinsky. Hi, Carl. Stan. Walters, thanks for coming. This way.
Buford.
Did you just say Buford?